debaters themselves chose the motion. The motion for this round reads: this house would allow participants of Schelkovo debating forum to choose their debating partners. The timing would be as on qualification rounds 5, 5, 5, 3. And without any further ado, I'd like to invite the first speaker of the proposition team. Okay, so all you know that our debate academy has lots to improve, and first step to the improvement of this debate academy is to listen to the opinion of actual participants, and our motion will be the first step to listen our opinions. So we would like to debate on the motion: this house would allow participants of school debate academy to choose their own debating partners, and we absolutely agree with this motion. So first of all, I would like to start with the value of today's motion. We would like to suggest the forum to follow and complete the actual purpose of Debate Academy, and how it actually looks like. The main purpose of this Debate Academy is to, first of all, to care about the personality of debaters, and second of all, to have fun, and thirdly, to have some new deep knowledge about the debate skills. So it is actually important because it's a common situation in our academy that some teammates hate each other because they are at different level. Some teammates hate each other because they are stop progress of each other because they are on different level, and they press each other and so on and so forth, and they feel uncomfortable without their usual teammates, so on. And we would like to escape this situation basically. So our model is to, according to the training round, we will mix the teams to know some new people to actually to prove your speaker points in some stressful situation, but in the elimination round we'll have the you will have opportunity to choose your partners and to play your team, because only in your team you can play your best, and the point of the elimination round is to play your best and to prove that you are actually the best speaker there, and you are here to get some new knowledge. So we would like to have a model that experienced teams play with experienced teams in the elimination rounds, and newcomers play with newcomers, and we will degrade them according to the speaker points from training rounds. So our first argument is providing the most comfortable condition within the team. So how all of you know this, that's actually the truth that everyone almost in most cases feel uncomfortable in their new teams, because from the point of big students we have pressure from the most experienced, and you feel ashamed if you are following according to the round, and you feel guilty because it's your fault that we are not winning, and so on and so forth. From the point of middle skill, you have some ideas, you want to play, you have some skills and basic knowledge, but you are also pressed by more experience, because more experienced debaters in most of cases can push you down because, oh, you are not so experienced as me, and you can't stop progressing. It stops you motivated, because even if you are not ignored, you are still pressed. You press yourself, and you feel guilty because you are not so good as your experienced debater. And from the point of high skills, you're like a mommy, and you need to explain each and every moment to some not so experienced debaters, and that's why we should care and take responsibility of some not high skilled debaters, when we also at the high skilled debaters want to progress even more, but we don't have this possibility because we need to explain the basics for some new speakers. And alternatively, on our side, everyone feels comfortable because you have an opportunity to choose the people you are playing with, and you have the good relationships in your team, because it's your own choice and it's your own responsibility. So you can play your best. It's actually possible because you feel comfortable, and only if you feel comfortable, you can develop in the right way, and you can develop your best. So why it's actually important? Because personal content is the basis of effective development and the basis of education. Only if you feel comfortable, you can actually understand some new information at your best. So, and you have motivation to return, and that's actually the most important. If you feel comfortable, you want to return it to the tournament. And we, as a Debate Academy, want to have some new speakers, and we want some not newcomers but experienced people to return back and back and back, and newcomers to come and come and come. And that's why we need to people feel comfortable in our academy, so they want to return, and we'll bring some new children there. And also, it's losing in the mixed team, we are losing the purpose of actual debate tournament, because the purpose of debate tournament is to have basically fun and develop yourself. And if you don't have fun, because you are always stressful, so we lose the purpose of our tournament. So, and it's important because 15 seconds. If we have no point in tournament, we have no tournament at all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your paper. First, 5 minutes. I'd like to invite the first speaker of the opposition team here.
Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad to see all of you, of course my teammates, of course our opposition teams and our dear audience. So, going next to our value. Our value of today's game of opposition is same tradition of Schelkovo Debate Academy, because this tradition helps us to have a progress of our individuality and the progress of each speaker, no matter strong, middle, you are all the lowest one. So our proposition site provided us a model. We can choose partner between your experience growth, but we believe that it will make us easier, as they said, that it will be more comfortable. But come on, most comfortable conditions won't be a reason for us to develop, because when we are in a comfort, we don't want to go out of this zone of confidence. So that is why our next value is to have difficulties, and that is why we want to say you that what doesn't kill you makes us feel alive. Our opponent said to us that we should have fun. We already have fun. Come on, guys. Have you fun? Please say me. We are have fun.
Okay, so you have fun because you have high experience and you are not. But people who are not came there, they are not having fun.
Oh no. People in our audience have fun from all the experience growth. That is why we believe that our opponent said that we have bad relationships in our team because of different ways of experience, but we believe that relationship should not depend on your debate skills. Relationships in a team depends on your personality. That is why we have this tradition of Schelkovo debate format where everyone should be adopted to any speaker. So, going next. Our opponent said that most comfortable tradition will provide us a reason, a desire to return to Schelkovo debate forum. But we are proposition team and opposition team. We're here to the third time, and we are experienced one who return their back and return. That is why, dear guys, this your argument about not returning because it's most comfortable. Yes.
But when we return, every single time we plead for them not to mix us up.
Yes, we ask for it for the first day, but because in the first, when we are faced with these wrong conditions, it is hard for us. To the next day, it's less harder, and to the third day, we feel, oh, really, guys, I want to return here the next year. So, going next to our first argument. Essence of Schelkovo Debate Academy format should be saved. Why? Because in status quo we can't choose our teammates because Schelkovo Debate Academy wants us to teach how to communicate and how to find a compromise between teams of different experience. Why? Because sharing different experience with each other will provide for strong ones to share experience and to become a tutor. So we also have an experience how to become a tutor, how to teach another debaters. Then middle and low one have want to become as we. They also have yes, middle and lowest one have better experience than, for example, strongest one. But come on, all of us in a result have experience. That is why the main aim of Schelkovo debate is completed. So we have experience for everyone. Debates develop their level, and also if you are strong, come on, your progress will if you are strong, your progress will develop in lower when you were on the lowest level, because it will be harder for you to find this high up, to find this goal. Yeah, because goal to become perfect is always harder than the goal to become just better. So that is all I want to say. I want to say to you that difficulties which Schelkovo Debate Academy provide us that's why we should return here. That is why we should not change our system in status quo, and that is why these not comfortable conditions is the tradition of Schelkovo. They help us to be better. So thank you.
I thank the first speaker of the opposition. Now to continue the debate on the process, I would like to invite the second speaker.
Hello everyone, very nice to see you during this debate, and all of you. And today I'll start my speech with a little invitation of our opponents. First of all, what they told us in the previous speech, that to leave the comfort zone, we need to overcome some difficulties, that we need to exchange experience. But come on, you know that, and also we already had fun. But you know that what situation is in our case? We also overcome difficulties. Why? Because debate is a sport which the main essence is to overcome difficulties, to broke your own point of view, speaking about some motions. And you know that the pressure is a good way to be an improved speaker. But you know that even the strongest people, even the most strong, can be broken by this pressure from their teammates who become hating each other. And it was very good explaining the speech of my teammate. And we want to make comfortable conditions for all our participants, and we don't exclude their improving and the development of the personalities and all the speaking skills, because we have our workshops, we have our judges who can help us with this problem. And what's more, you know that our second argument is about unfair results in the final. Why? Because you see that in final sometimes we just have two strong speakers, and what's the sense of it? Because you know that it's unfair for very many people, because for weak people who just don't want to be in final, for people who are the strongest and who just want to share this moment with their friends. Well, and they wait for this moment for a very long time. They had very strong strategy. Yeah.
How exactly what you want to reach fair results? How exactly?
Yeah, you know that I think it's quite obvious, but I'll tell about it more if you want, of course. What's the main point about fair results? That we have strong and maybe medium and weak teams who have debates between themselves. Like I mean strongest with the strongest, and that's why we have fair results. And no, thank you. What's more, you know that it can be the demotivation for very many people. Why? Because they came here and they came here as maybe the strongest one, and they just, oh gosh, what's up these people who I'm playing with, and they feel really very upset. They didn't want to take the responsibility for these people. And what's more, maybe in a short-term perspective, it won't be the most efficient one, but in the long-term perspective, we want all of the participants from all the groups of their levels to be improved and to take new knowledge from this tournament. And only in case that we will choose our teams, or it will be like that. What's more, it was also very important. Point about that we are teaching how to communicate from the opponent's team, and you know that we teach how to communicate in very many situations, not only in debates. And due to all the events which we have there, due to all the due to all the debates we have here, due to all the events we have here, we can exchange our experience. We can learn how to communicate and negotiate between each other. Okay, yeah.
But in time.
Okay. So, all in all, we have, in our case, we have objective results in final. We have fairness for all the participants in the different groups of its levels, and we have justice all in all. So I think that's all that I wanted to tell you about this motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like to invite the second speaker of the Bravo.
Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen, and now we're here to discuss really important motion about our today's forum. And first of all, I would like to start with the reputation of our honorable opponents. First of all, they were talking about freedom of choice, and freedom of choice is really uncomfortable, but we are here in the international tournament, and we need to face with the difficulties. Because if you want to find easy tournament, you just go to the local tournament. They are easy to play, they are not difficult, but you're doing this really comfortable. But you're talking about international level, where can't be progress without facing the difficulties and overcoming that. The sense of playing at the international level to find that you will do your best right now. And also about the reputation. Understandings of information they were talking about, but we really believe that we need to, when you are not in a comfort, but you need to understand information, you will work as hard as possible to just know what your opponents are talking about, what the judges are talking about, because it will be your own progress, and you will work as your highest possibilities to work. So also about the first day, of course it will be always difficult to participate in the first day, but in the second and the third day you will already know your teammates, already know how to play with each other, how to speak to each other, you will finally understand it, and this is the main value of our today's game, to find understandings, to work in to create this your own comfort zone right now in these consequences, in this
conditions.
Okay, so also when you are here, you compete not only with the teams, you compete with yourself by your own. This will be paid on your own progress. This will be just give your as much advantages as possible. So this also we want to say that our opponents are thinking only egoistically about the strongest one. When they're talking about the difficult work in the team, we need to find a comfort. No, thank you. We need to find a comfort. We need to. Yes.
So what about the weakest one, in which we have pressure a lot? We're thinking about them also.
No, you are not, because you will you will give them pressure, put on them pressure, only because you are strongest one. And it's so difficult for me as a strong one to force your biggest one teammate to work harder. So you need to press them, and you are not so glad to wear them. You will be really much more comfort to say, you understand me, I'm not forcing you, because you are talking about the strongest one. And already when you're talking about unfair results, you were talking not about the weakest one. You should say, we will give the strong one man in the team, another strong man in the team, a third strong man in the team, and then we will have a strong team, and there will be fair results in the end. But not, you are not talking about the weak one, not talking about the middle one, and we are talking about the individual progress of each other and each person in the team. So about also unfair results, we are talking about individual progress and to reach the progress in the combat, you will just visit another tournament. So we... also about the communication. When we are communicating on this tournament, we are trying to find a compromise and it's really hard to find a compromise between different levels. And this is one more point we should overcome. And now our second argument is the drawbacks of our own choice. So we are talking about main purpose of building such teams, and we believe that if we will have an ability to choose, we will have just unbalanced teams where some will choose strongest, and we will just say, oh, this is my friend, I will play with him, and there will not also unfair results. Of course unfair. And also about the actors and teammates. Actors are teammates, and we can't. And also, there is one more little point about the dismotivation. When we see the strongest team that can choose the strongest participants of their team, the weakest team will be just dismotivated to work, because already know that these speakers are just on a higher level and we won't compete with them. So we disagree with this freedom of choice. This kind of surviving the first day just makes us stronger. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now let's select the third speaker of the proposition.
Okay, so hello dear audience, dear judges, opponents, my name is Isabel, and now I'd like to clear some things up that haven't been that profound during this entire round. First of all, what our dear opponents don't understand is that debating is a team game. It is something that should be won by their entire team, not by one person in the team who is helping those other two. So it's like basically our opponents were saying that if you want to play in your teams, go to a local tournament and stuff, but that is the reason we go to local tournaments. We go to local tournaments in order to get our level up, in order to show that team level at another place, and the next step, that next place is this forum. This is the place where we want to show our level, this is the place where we want to show how good our team is, our team spirit. If our opponents want to mix up that much, they can mix in within their own delegation, so-called, where all our arguments will be present. They'll be comfortable with each other because they know each other's level, they know each other's habits, but when you go to Asia,
Or you can play with your team in any other tournament. But in Schelkovo Debate Academy, there is a tradition to play in different teams. So just don't go to Schelkovo Debate Academy.
exactly my point. Our opponents are trying to scare people away from the Schelkovo Debate. Yes, another thing our opponents were saying is that we're being very egotistical, we don't care about the other people. Okay, look at the people with the, let's say, lowest level of experience. They are here for the first time. Some people even come to this tournament having no experience in debating at all. And what does this pressure do? This pressure breaks them down. This pressure makes them not want to play debating anymore. If they are in a comfortable environment with people they know, they'll want to come and improve themselves. But when they know that they will come and there will be someone better than them, someone being superior over them, that is when they'll feel, oh, maybe I'm not so good, maybe debating's not my thing. But this is just not helping them open up their true potential. Okay, so another thing is that, our opponents are saying that we should treasure different experiences. We should treasure the fact that here we are becoming the higher level debaters are becoming some sort of tutors. But they come here not to be tutors. They come here to show their level. They come here to show that they are true debaters. If they wanted to become tutors, if they wanted to come and teach someone, they would have become, I don't know, a young expert. They would have become and came a tutor or something. But they came here to prove themselves as a speaker, not as a teacher if they could teach their teammates. So, first of all, they don't want to become babysitters, and the people that are in the team, they didn't come to be babysitted by them. They came to gain experience from the people that are higher level of them. So another thing our opponents should have talked about was meeting new people. So if we wanted to meet new people, obviously, first of all, a person who wants to meet a new person, they can meet a new person anytime. Second of all, Schelkovo Debate Academy, an amazing academy that provides these opportunities for them to meet each other during different activities. Another point is that during waiting for the results or something, they still talk to their opponents. They still have opponents, they still have different people to talk to, and that is how they come and meet each other. So another thing again about the pressure. Why is this pressure bad?
Constant pressure, as we all know, obviously it is bad, but this is exactly why. So being under pressure isn't good for the young, unexperienced debaters. Why? Because they can't become scared. And if they become scared, obviously they won't want to come again, they won't want to show their true potential. And that is not the point of this academy. This academy is enabling people to come and show how good of a debater they are. Okay, so now back to our arguments. Our first argument is providing the most comfortable conditions within the team. Yes, as I already explained, or in the worst case scenario, these people might not like each other. These people, instead of creating new friends from different countries and stuff, they're creating people that they might not like in the future, and playing in this uncomfortable environment and coming knowing that you'll see these people that brought you down or made you feel less than them isn't a good experience for anyone. Second argument. Losing the purpose of debating tournament. Again, the debating tournament is meant for people to have fun, for people to gain experience, and not to teach each other, not to make each other feel less than another. But when you play in your own teams, you already know your habits, you know what you want, you know that you all have the same goal. Because sometimes there are these cases that people come and they just came to lack from school or something. They came because they don't care about debating. And so this is what we strive for, that we should play in teams because it's better for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now for the last practice speaker, I'd like to invite the first speaker of our team.
So one second. All was debating on the points like comfort and discomfort. We were speaking about the hard condition that makes you a better speaker by yourself. Like you will develop yourself, and that's why in hard conditions you will have the more opportunities to win. Like you won't be mad if your teammates are a bit weaker than you or weaker than you. You will just try to overcome this with your comment, not by yourself. You will just try to make your team stronger. Like one second, I try to explain you that our opponents were speaking about tournament like I have a comment, my team, I will enter this tournament and we will win. But the problem is that not all teams are here for the awards. We are here for the development of ourselves. We are here for experience and so on. And this is the main point of this tournament. But our opponents were saying, like first speaker of our opponent said that the main purpose and our point is like comfort for the speakers, comfort for the participants. But the problem is that, as our first speaker said, yes, we're scaring people who are afraid of difficulties and don't want to develop and are only for awards. And they come here for yes.
So people who want to get awards, they have a motivation to get and develop. And if you are scared, afraid, and depressed, you have no motivation to do your best. You want to go away.
The problem is that, as I said, and not only I said this, the difficulties makes us stronger. And if we will forget about difficulties, there won't be development at all. Like we have, always there are different types of tournaments. And the most useful of them is tournament with their conditions. Like the tournament is putting the participants in their conditions, and they're hard for them because it's normal. When you develop yourself, it might be hard in some parts. And if you feel comfort, it doesn't mean that you develop. You're just playing and showing your level. Don't develop yourself. And that's the problem, because in this tournament we're trying to develop ourselves at first, and then we're trying to show how good we are. We are here to develop ourselves, and if you don't agree, I don't know what you are doing. And as I said, after these competitions, level of players will increase because what doesn't kill us makes you better, makes you stronger, and it's like our position, and this is the position that we are trying to fulfill. So also in the second tournament we try to understand that there are strong teams. Where we agree that there are strong teams, there are weak teams, and if the team will came from the regions, like many other regions, to this tournament, they will have like unequal conditions, because in one region maybe the debates are more developed than in another region, and that's a problem that we have unequal conditions. And here we're trying to put all speakers in the equal conditions to them to to show you, like a chair, like a judge, how good are they as speakers and how quick they can make the team spirit in the new conditions, in the difficult conditions. And that's the development about which we're speaking all within 15 seconds. And that's why the main point is not the comfort, it's the development of ourselves on the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you. And now providing the slides, we'd like to have our two speakers. So, good morning again. First of all, I'd like to say thank you all of you. That we have two values: value of discomfort for achieve the goal, and value of comfort to achieve the goal. And we believe that our is better and our is more workable than value of our proposition side. They provide us comfort for developing because they believe that couples helps us to either development. Then they say that we scare people to come to Schelkovo. Then they say that we, but thinking about we as an experienced speaker, at the babysitters, and we are at the pressure machine. So we'd like to say that we are not scared, as our first speaker said, we don't scare people to come to Schelkovo because we see how many people love this tournament and come here. So, going next. We scare only those ones who don't want to work and who are afraid of difficulties. And we want to have there people who are hardworking and who want to achieve in debate something. We want to have here debate lovers who are ready for everything to achieve experience and to achieve their goals in debate sphere. Then, going next. That is why we believe that in our discomfort model of development, please, it is discomfort only because there are difficulties, and maybe in this we just exaggerate this way of hardness. Maybe it is not hard as we are imagining. So that is why we believe the difficulties who force us to be better help us to make a better development. Because middle and low levels speakers want to become their teammates or who are stronger one, and strongest one. They also have a spirit, but strongest are so critical for their self, so they just can't see their progress. So also we'd like to say the strongest one are not alpha dogs, they're just our alpha helpers. Then going next, we have development in speakers in both sides. If we have comfort, we develop our speaker skills, and we have discomfort, we also develop our speaker skills. But coming to a Schelkovo forum, we want to develop our teammate skills. And Here, we do not develop it because we say that we have our own choice. We shouldn't adopt for qualities of each other. We just get used to one who is easier to get used. But in our side, we start to learn how to communicate with each other, how to find a compromise with each other, how to help to each other with our different experience, and moreover, when we're returning back to our creative team, we start to love each other even more.
Thank you very much. And now to conclude this debate round and our tournament, the last speech of the Schelkovo debate locality.
Okay, so I'd like to start with the praise that our opponents talk a lot about. We see how many people love and go to the Schelkovo Forum. Yes, we are going here to change the situation and to destroy the system of mixed teams. So I would like to start with the highlighting and the main values of today's game. So first of all, both teams were struggling for development, but the main value of our team was to develop ourselves with our personal comfort, because we are here to be comfortable and to educate, to have the education in the system in which we will feel free to develop ourselves, which we will free to make step further and further. So, why the case of our opponents doesn't reach actually the development at all? First of all, pressure is not even an option, because our opponents recognize that we will feel not comfortable, but we will develop. And that's actually not how it works in real world in a long-term perspective, because if you feel not comfortable, that means you feel pressed, stressed, and feared. And if you are always under pressure, if you are always feared about what you are saying, because you may have pressure from another person, you will never go further and further as the way as you can possibly, when the people from your team will support you and will have you, will make you feel comfortable in your team. Only in this condition you may develop yourself as much as possible. Secondly, our opponents were talking a lot about that difficulties make us stronger, and we agree that difficulties are, but our opponents substitution the difficulties, because overcoming difficulties to debater is to debate on some challenging motion, to debate with some challenging opponents, but not to be a babysitter and tutor. That is not the point of debater, and that is not the point of team building. Team building is another one. So we need to improve the skills. We need to have challenges, but not in their fear. And our second speaker was talking a lot about this. So also our opponents were talking a lot about the team building, and that we need to improve their team building because it's the main purpose. So we can improve team building everywhere, and in the Schelkovo Academy where we have such beautiful experts and they know a lot, we need to debate. We need to improve our debate skills and us and the debaters, and that is the point. And in our side we have the change that you have comfortable conditions, so you have motivation. Our opponents actually broke our motivation, and in our side we have the motivation to develop ourselves. We want to get some awards, we want to develop ourselves because we have no pressure and we feel free to make this, and we actually have no fear, and that's why we show our best, or at least we are trying to show our best, and that is the most important at this academy, because we are going here to have fun and to feel free to develop ourselves in some new system. Okay, so in the conclusion, I would like to ask you to raise your hands if you don't want this mixed system next year, please. Okay, so
Round of applause for all our debaters who made this essential. Now I'll try one more time. Maybe I have asked you already who want to change the system next year. I will make the question a bit different. So now I'll ask you in 10 seconds to raise your hand if you believe that the proposition team won this debate. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay. Who votes opposition in this case? It looks like it's approximately the same, so congratulations.